One day, as I was still surfing the net, a nude video popped up and was tagged "video you may like." Then I was so curious, and my curiosity led me to my regret today. My name is Malaba Isong, and I was born into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Isong. In my early years, I already knew I was close to destruction. I was like a prodigal son to God and man. This is my life story and how the world has influenced me. It began many years ago in a large village of Isoko, which shares boundary with the greatest and dreadful river Niger in Nigeria. Before my birth, my parents waited for 6 years after wedding for the blessing of the womb. When my mother finally took in, my father became ecstatic and gave her all attention and comfort needed to make my mother happy. After 9 months of expectation, my mother went through labor and narrowly brought me to the world, a completely different destination, full of ups and downs, evil and good. In my infantry, my mother gave me exclusive breastfeeding. Though she didn't want her breast to slack, I was given the best foundation to help me grow and become useful to myself and the society. At age 1, I was enrolled into Best Brains Academy, the best school in Ishoko community. At home, I was given lessons by a pet lesson teacher. I grew well, looking healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and academically. In my basic classes, I was competitive in class. Sometimes I took first, while most times a girl named Nancy took first. In my primary six, my parents bought me a phone to browse up common entrance pass questions at my leisure time. One day, as I was still surfing the net, a nude video popped up and was tagged "video you may like." Then I was so curious, and my curiosity led me to my regret today. I entered the page and saw pornographic pictures and videos of different girls and toxic but excited contents. Wow! I was first scared, but I later developed liking for porn, the beginning of my downfall. After I passed my common entrance, I was admitted into Pandi High School, away from the reach of my parents. Little did they know that it was the beginning of my decay. In my junior secondary one, I had a school father named Samson who was nicknamed Boone. Boone taught me how to follow up a woman till I get down to the rough way of destruction. I was naturally handsome with dimples and diastema that I was attracted to 90% of the girls in the school, including female teachers. At first, I thought I couldn't be influenced, but I was wrong as my new environment now decides the kind of life I live. Slowly, education became tedious for me, and I joined the infamous mantra of school na scam. I cut classes, I hardly do assignments, and I never answered question again in class as I went completely to oblivion. My intelligence died untimely while I was still alive, unknowingly to me. There was nothing educational that was attracted to me again because I didn't pass exam anymore. One holiday, I traveled home to see my parents. I was a totally changed person as I now talk back at my parents. I stopped running errands of any kind. All my time was dedicated to watching of pornography. I caused and committed all kinds of atrocities while at home. I narrowly escaped being cursed by my parents. My mother cried bitterly anytime she looked at me. My home was no more a home for me as I was isolated and deserted from everyone. After the holidays, I returned to school and I was caught having sexual intercourse with a female student at the back of the guest hostel. I was expelled from school and I joined the streets as I couldn't go back to my parents, though they longed to see me. It was as if something gave me a substance that my whole life was overhauled within a space of time. As a school dropout, I met a chief who had a baby manufacturing factory. He picked girls from anywhere and paid boys to sleep with them. The girls took in, put to birth, and he sold the babies to ritualists. The buildings where such a barbaric act was carried out looked like a hospital, so no one really suspected that such nefarious activities could happen there. Midwives were also there. I worked there for 5 years. In my 5 years of staying there, I've impregnated more than 200 girls, killed some and served for rituals. At age 16, I left Chief and opened my own club. Many people attended my parties as my club was high standard, what is now rated as 5 star. Let's say the devil just used me to catch souls. I did all manner of evil, not because I wanted to do, but my world influenced me. My club had pools where rituals took place. Many destinies have been cut short because of me. Mm. As I continued to bask in my evil journey on earth, one day I had encounter I will never forget. I was driving to work. Suddenly, a dark, fiercely man appeared before my car as if he was not afraid of death. I wasn't the type that fear humans because I had rings all over my fingers, which served as protection and defense to me. I cursed him and came down from the car with rage, though I insulted him so much. He just said, God wants you to do his work. He is calling you. Immediately I heard God. All the people I killed appeared before me, and I quickly pushed him out of my way and continued my journey. 3 days later, I had a ghastly motor accident. I was told that I didn't breathe for more than 4 hours. I was sustained by artificial oxygen. People thought I wouldn't make it to life again. As I tried to open my eyes, I saw in form of hallucination that same man that appeared to me the other time standing before me. Tears rolling down his chin, he said with a quaver voice, I am the keeper of your soul. Come to me. And I replied absent-mindedly, I am a vile offender. I have sinned against God and man. Please, there is no hope of redemption for me. So let me be. Immediately, unprecedented tears flooded my eyes, rolling down the lower abdomen. He replied me, Amazing grace is sufficient to you. Come to Jesus today. As I opened my eyes and I saw myself lying helplessly on the hospital bed, it was there I recounted all my reckless life and the encounter I had. Then I cried out in a loud voice, My generation has really influenced me.